Hi and welcome to Review Geek 3000, and you are here for one reason only, and that is to eat, sleep, game, repeat, to watch exclusive content. So please like, share, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and as always on this channel, stay awesome. And yes guys, this is another episode of the Contenders Corner, and we are here ready to talk wrestling. And yes guys, we are gonna go straight in to that episode. So yes guys, Hell in a Cell, we have got some predictions right here. And first off the bat, we have got Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre, Sasha Banks versus Bayley, Otis versus The Miz, and Jeff Hardy versus Elias. And yes guys, my predictions, the Contenders Corner's predictions are as follows. And yes, Roman Reigns will still be so for that match, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, Roman Reigns is going to carry this belt all the way through to WrestleMania. That is our prediction. Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre, the title will change, I believe, in this pay-per-view, and Randy Orton will be the new champion. Sasha Banks also, I believe, for the women's title is going to change over, and Sasha Banks will be the women's champion. For Otis, I don't think he's going to use this here, and I think the golden opportunity, he will use it. The Money in the Bank he will use at WrestleMania, and he will be the winner over Miz at Hell in a Cell. Also, Jeff Hardy versus Elias at Hell in a Cell, and Jeff Hardy will be the winner here. And that is as follows. I predict there will be, The Fiend will have a match here, but again, the card is becoming more apparent now and more diverse, and we'll do another video tomorrow at some point as the card draws out. But at the moment, we've only got 5 matches, so we'll see you then. Yes guys, sorry about that, we had some bit of a trouble and delays on the other video, but I had to do it in 2 separate parts. So yes guys, this is the Undertaker special, and he is one of the most extraordinary athletes in the history of world wrestling entertainment. He has been undefeated for over 2 decades at WrestleMania, until Brock Lesnar broke the streak at WrestleMania 30, which such a feat shouldn't have been done in the hands of Brock, in my opinion. When Undertaker suffered a concussion during that match, in my opinion, it should have been stopped. But we'll go straight into that, and we'll delve into that match when we come in. Should the streak have ended? We will delve into that. Also, but the streak should have ended when the Phenom was at a stage where he wanted to leave, i.e. the streak should have carried on until the very last moments, until he wanted to leave. That is my opinion. But 22-0 at WrestleMania, and the current record stands at 23-2. That is the record to date. So yes guys, here is that, with Roman Reigns adding to the streak. adding to the tally of wrestlers who have beaten The Undertaker at WrestleMania. So the streak begins with the Phenom when he beats Jimmy Snuka in 4 minutes and 20 seconds at the Memorial Sports Arena in Los Angeles on the 24th of March 1991. On April 5th, 1992, Jake the Snake Roberts falls to The Undertaker's WrestleMania graveyard in 6 minutes and 36 seconds in the Hoosier Dome, Indiana. April 4th, 1993, Giant Gonzalez becomes Undertaker's third victim at WrestleMania by disqualification in 7 minutes in Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. The fourth wrestler to succumb to The Undertaker was claimed was King Kong Bundy. April 2nd, 1995 by pinfall in 6 minutes in the Hartford Center in Hartford, Connecticut. March 31st, 1996, at WrestleMania, The Undertaker beats his fifth victim, Diesel, in Arrowhead Pond, Anaheim, California. March 1997, Undertaker beats Psycho Sid by pinfall in 21 minutes to be the sixth victim at WrestleMania in the Rosemont Horizon, Rosemont, Illinois. In the Fleet Center, Boston, Massachusetts, 29th March 1998, with a pinfall of 16 minutes and 58 seconds, Kane becomes Undertaker's seventh victim at WrestleMania. Big Boss Man joins the graveyard as the eighth victim at WrestleMania 28th March 1999 with a pinfall of 9 minutes 48 seconds in the First Union Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Number 9 was Triple H, and this will be the first match Triple H had with The Undertaker at WrestleMania. In April 1st, 2001, in the Reliant Astrodome, Houston, Texas, with a pinfall of 18 minutes 17 seconds, and that was one of the quickest matches Triple H had with The Undertaker in 2001. After a decade of taking control of WrestleMania and making it his ground, and making this show of shows, WrestleMania was Undertaker's yard. The Undertaker beats Ric Flair in 18 minutes 47 seconds, 2002, March 17th, in the Sky Dome, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And that was a decade on. So after a decade of making WrestleMania his yard, Ric Flair was his 10th victim. With a pinfall of 9 minutes 45 seconds, A-Train and Big Show were claimed at WrestleMania on 30th March 2003 in the Safeco Field, Seattle, Washington, and they would be Undertaker's 11th victims. The 12th victim was Kane again in Madison Square Garden, March 14th, 2004, with a pinfall of 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Number 13 was Randy Orton, April 5th, 2005, with a pinfall of 14 minutes and 14 seconds in the Staples Center, Los Angeles, California. April 2nd, 2006, Mark Henry becomes victim 14 at WrestleMania 22, All-State Arena, Rosemont, Illinois. April 1st, 2007, with victory of 15 minutes and 47 seconds, The Undertaker claims Batista at victim 15 at WrestleMania 23. March 30th, 2008, Edge joins the other victims as the 16th victim at WrestleMania, and surely enough, Undertaker just wants to wreak more havoc at the show of shows. He wins by submission in the Citrus Bowl, Orlando, Florida. April 5th, 2009, Shawn Michaels gave the best battle of all the victims could throw at The Undertaker, as the match endured a 30-minute time window. Sadly enough, the streak didn't end here, but surely enough it left a tainted mark on the Phenom. He became The Undertaker's 17th victim at WrestleMania in the Reliance Stadium, Houston, Texas. March 28th, 2010. Again, in the Shawn Michaels bouts again for the second time for a rematch in the University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. 18-0, Shawn Michaels gave another hard battle with a time limit of 23 minutes. He came very close, but still didn't put down The Undertaker. April 3rd, 2011, Triple H for the second time gave The Undertaker another bout. The match endured 29 minutes, but The Undertaker won by submission in the Georgia Dome, Atlanta. April 1st, 2012. For the third time, Triple H again bouts with The Undertaker, becoming his 20th victim at WrestleMania. And this was in the Sun Life Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. The WrestleMania ritual continues for The Undertaker as he sacrificed Triple H for the third time. CM Punk gave The Undertaker a call on 7th of April 2013 at WrestleMania 29 in the MetLife Stadium with a pinfall of 22 minutes 7 seconds. The Undertaker claims his 21st victim with a total streak of 21. He goes on to losing Brock Lesnar, which in my opinion was the worst matches of all he had did at WrestleMania. During the match he suffered concussion and it still was allowed to go on. With the injuries he suffered during the match, maybe he just wanted to bed the streak, but who knows? Who knows? There was rumour and speculation that during the match Vince had changed things and he wanted Undertaker to lose to Brock Lesnar. Even though Undertaker had went into that match in mind as the streak would have continued. So it's speculation again, and there was a rumour that after the show Vince and Undertaker had a confrontation after the match. But who knows? The reactions at the end from the crowd told the perfect story that Brock wasn't the man to do it. And with WWE not playing the theme for a good 7 minutes, allowed for a perfect reaction to soak in. Maybe the streak should have ended years before by the likes of Edge, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, who contended a much better work for The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And those matches were back-to-back draw ball of a match. Shawn Michaels gave him two perfectly run matches. Triple H also, the Hell in a Cell 2012 was an absolute brilliant work by Triple H. The WrestleMania match with Edge and Undertaker was also another dream ball of a match. It's there to see, guys. Like, these three contenders here were more of a contender to end the streak, in my opinion. But even so, the streak has been ended at 21-0. But yes, guys, it goes on after to defeating Shane McMahon, Bray Wyatt, John Cena and AJ Styles, and the current record now stands at 23-2. The next person to lose, the next wrestler to win Undertaker was Roman Reigns. And that stands at 2. Undertaker loses at WrestleMania twice by Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. With rumours now also speculating his return at Survivor Series 2020. So guys, what are we expecting from the dead man here? Will he announce his retirement to the fans in the Thunderdome? Or are we going to see him again at WrestleMania face off with The Fiend, Braun Strowman, or AJ Styles again for one more time at WrestleMania? So yes guys, that was a look back into some of his most iconic matches during his streak at WrestleMania. And yes guys, this is Review Geek 3000 and we are calling out, and this was the special episode of the Contenders Corner. So yes guys, remember to like, share, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and as always on this chat, stay awesome! And we'll see you on the next episode.